Coming up on DC News Now at 4, DC Mayor Muriel Bowser putting pen to paper on the sweeping crime bill. What she's saying about the legislation and what comes next.
Strong wind gusts are continuing across the viewing area, nearing 50 miles per hour. We'll let you know when things will finally start to calm down.
Plus, those winds creating hazardous conditions across the DMV today. We'll take a look at some of the damage.
Then free agency officially underway in the National Football League. Sports Director Derek Forrest breaking down some big early signings for the Commanders.
And a local golf pro is giving wounded veterans a chance to heal.
What I was trying to do was get them out of that hospital.
One swing at a time.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
And thanks for joining us on this Monday for DC News Now at 4. I'm Mark Hall.
And I'm Annalisa Gale, starting with a look outside this afternoon with breezy conditions in much of the DMV most of the weekend.
Oh my goodness, it was Wednesday, Sunday. I mean, it was windy on Sunday. It was certainly that continued today. Let's head over to meteorologist Damon Matson with the first look at our forecast. Damon, when is the wind going to leave us?
We wanted to let up here very soon, Mark and Annalisa. That is for sure. We can count almost 3 days now since this wind started up. It was back on Saturday as that storm system left with its rainfall that the wind kicked up, and it has not let up ever since. Now, looking at the updates to the wind advisories out there, these have been trimmed back across much of the area through the entire afternoon. A good sign as some of the strongest wind gusts come to an end. We only have Washington, Frederick, and Carroll counties now within this wind advisory for another hour up until about 5 p.m. The rest of the DMV no longer under wind advisories, which is a big time change up from where we were at earlier this morning. Now, by no means is it calm just yet. We still have wind speeds out there, especially across some of our northern counties, stretching down into DC. These are steady winds, 20 to 30 miles per hour. But the key difference as we move here into the evening, some of those stronger wind gusts are coming to an end. We have not had a wind gust above 50 miles an hour through the afternoon. Around DC, really, the strongest gusts are only around 30 miles per hour. You're still catching an occasional 40 to 45 mile per hour gusts to the west, but even in the higher terrain, those strongest gusts are coming to an end. So things are looking up as we go into the evening and overnight hours. If it wasn't for the wind, this would be a rather beautiful start to our Monday night here as we have clear skies. Temperatures will be a little bit chilly, but even the chilly temperatures will start to transition to some warmer readings as we go into the rest of the week. So when can we expect it to turn totally calm out there, and when should we expect some warmer temperatures? We'll have a full look at your forecast coming up here in just a bit.
All right, Damon, thank you. And we're tracking how the windy conditions have impacted the DMV today.
Our Randy Bass is live in Georgetown at the waterfront, where she has been observing how people are making the best of this situation. Hey, Randy.
Hey, Mark, Annalisa, yeah, the wind today has almost knocked us off our feet more than a few times, especially in some of those popular riverfront and waterfront areas like where we are now in Georgetown. Extremely strong, blustery winds moving through here. You can see just how fast some of those water levels are moving right now. Extremely, extremely quick. We've been all over the DMV today, checking in to see how people are braving or taking advantage of the windy weather. Check it out. Good surfing weather out there. Windsurfing, that is. We spotted this brave soul gliding through strong currents and whipping winds in the Potomac River near Gravelly Point today. A few feet away, some planes turning and teetering on their way into Reagan National Airport this afternoon. Airports around the DMV today seeing quite a few delays, too. In Maryland, more winds whipping around the Capitol Wheel at National Harbor. The weather coming as a bit of a shock for Marcos Vieira, back in town for business after spending time in sunny Florida.
The winds were crazy. I mean, it was blowing the doors off our truck. So, but yeah, the blusteriness, I mean, it's definitely cold out here. I actually didn't bring my real jacket today. I thought it wasn't going to be that cold, but it is. It's definitely windy out here.
Now, if you're like Marcus and unfortunately left your coat or your windbreaker at home, you are in luck. You just heard Damon say a few moments ago, those winds are starting to move out. Plus, our weather team tracking a little bit of a warm up through the rest of the week. So this is all starting to come to an end. Stay with us for the very latest through the evening as we continue to track these winds moving through the region. Live in Georgetown, I'm Randy Bass, DC News Now.
All right, Randy, thank you. Let's head over to Virginia. A scary incident in Vienna. A massive tree came down on top of a car parked across the street. Neighbors on Coral Gables Way say they heard a loud bang around 3:15 this morning. Some tell DC News Now that the bang sounded like thunder, only to find the street had been blocked off by the tree. VDOT crews worked through the morning to get the road clear, but the demolished sedan is still parked in the street. Neighbors tell us they're relieved the tree didn't fall on a home.
And to me, because I was sleeping and I thought it was thunder and lightning, because I could hear the airplane going down. When I look out this morning, it is terrible.
Neighbors tell us they're still using caution out of concern that more branches or limbs could still come down.
Well, developing now, a hotel fire in Prince George's County has left one person dead. County Fire and EMS say it happened around 7:45 this morning at a Days Inn on Allentown Road in Camp Springs. Now, they say the fire was discovered on the second floor. Firefighters found one man dead. They were able to put out the fire and no other injuries were reported. And today, Mayor Muriel Bowser announcing a new housing initiative in downtown D.C. It's part of her plan to transform empty offices into residential living. Now, the mayor plans to attract 15,000 new people to D.C. struggling downtown by 2028. The new apartments range from studios to 3 bedrooms on the site of the former Peace Corps headquarters at 20th and L Streets in Northwest. There will be 163 residential units ranging in price from $2,300 to $5,000. The hope there is to attract George Washington University students as well as nearby workers.
We are 87% commercial uses in the downtown compared to 13% residential uses. So getting to a better mix of residential to commercial will make for a more vibrant neighborhood. You should know this. DC leads the country in office to residential conversions.
The housing units are expected to open in July.
Well, Virginia State Police say that 5 people died in a plane crash at Ingalls Field Airport near Roanoke. Police have not released the names of the victim, but officials say that one of them was a small child. The other victims in the crash include the pilot, a first officer, and other passengers. The VSP says the plane fell short of the runway, went through a few trees, and then hit the hillside. They cannot confirm if the wind had any impact on the crash. The investigation continues. All right, NFL free agency got underway Monday as several teams around the league have already made some big moves, including the Washington Commanders.
More moves. Sports director Derek Forrest joining us as the Commanders have made moves on both the offensive and defensive lines there.
Yeah, Mark, you sound a little surprised by that.
I'm optimistic.
Certainly. New general manager Adam Peters, in his first free agency period with the Commanders, made his first pair of moves this afternoon as he goes out and gets a couple of players familiar with the coaching staff and Dan Quinn specifically, as the Commanders will plan on signing 2 former Dallas Cowboys, defensive tackle Dorrance Armstrong and center Tyler Biadasz. Armstrong has been in the league for 6 seasons, all of which were with the Cowboys. In the last 3 seasons, though, he's really shined, picking up 21 sacks and 60 total tackles. Center Tyler Biadasz has been the everyday starting center for the Cowboys the last 3 years, including a Pro Bowl selection in 2022. Earlier today, Grant Paulson from 106.7 The Fan broke down what he sees from Armstrong on the defensive side of the ball.
He's got really long arms, and that can help him against the run. 15 plus sacks the last 2 years combined, 8.5 and 7.5 respectively, despite playing only 42% of the snaps this past season. So he's been very productive as kind of a bench guy on a really good defensive front. He's coming here where they lack defensive ends, and he's going to play a lot more.
All right, while Monday marks the start of the NFL tampering period, the Commanders cannot officially sign these 2 until the new league year opens up on Wednesday. Guys.
All right, Derek, thank you. Certainly good news for Commanders fans. And happening now in the district, Mayor Muriel Bowser is signing the sweeping secure D.C. crime bill. Yeah, it comes after a near unanimous vote from the city council and some controversy. Our political and government reporter Leonard N. Fleming joining us live outside the Wilson building now with the latest. Hey, Leonard.
Mark and Annalisa, yes, the mayor as well as some council members called this a monumental day in signing this Secure DC Omnibus Act. It goes into effect immediately. The mayor had a signing ceremony today on the 5th floor of the Wilson building, and they're already seeing the results of some of the emergency legislation from last summer, where you look at violent crime, homicides are down right now. Homicides down 33% so far this year. Assault with a deadly weapon down 33%, and violent crime overall down 14% this year. So the mayor is saying, as well as other council members are saying, that this has had an impact for the last several months, and they're starting to see the fruits of this, but they're not going to take their foot off the gas pedal. They want to keep pushing on any type of legislation going forward that will help keep the district safe. We'll have more in the next hour from the mayor and others at this event today. Reporting from the Wilson building, Leonard N. Fleming, DC News Now, back to you.
Leonard.